All right, what's up, guys? It's Aztec 101 in the ring. So and I'm a little bit late on this, but I guess Terrance Crawford and Jose Benavidez crossed paths. Jose Benavidez has been saying that Terrance Crawford is ducking him. He's called him out twice. He's had an opportunity to fight him, but they turned down the fight. Jose Benavidez is standing firm on the fact that Terrance Crawford is avoiding him. Crawford and Benavidez cross paths, and it's all on film. You guys, I'm sure, have already seen it. And you just hear Jose Benavidez say, "You're ready to get knocked out?" And Terrance Crawford says, "You're not going to make it to your fight if you keep talking like that." I love this shit. I fucking love this shit. I like this type of confrontation. It's much better than the fucking... yeah, you guys remember Antonio Margarito confronts Floyd Mayweather? And Floyd Mayweather's like, "Oh, well, if you keep winning, then maybe, it'll happen." This is completely different, completely different. Jose Benavidez is like, "You ready to get knocked out?" And Crawford's like, "Let's fight right now. Let's go outside." So this is the type of shit I like. Honestly, I would love to see this fight. I wouldn't bet money on Jose Benavidez, but I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a better fight than fucking Ndangu. What the fuck happened to Ndangu? I don't even know if I'm saying his name correctly anymore. But what happened to that guy? No one's fucking talking about that fool's next fight. And that's how fucking Crawford became undisputed. So it's not like Crawford has a list of A-list fighters, like elite fighters on there, and Jose Benavidez just doesn't match up to the fighters that Crawford has fought. It's not that. It's not even that. So there's room for Benavidez to get this fight. And this is good hype. This is great hype. Benavidez, I'm sure if he adds another knockout to his win, I know Crawford right now is trying to fight Jeff Horn, which is also a great fight. That'll get him. I mean, I don't know how I feel about Crawford coming in and trying to get the Jeff Horn fight immediately, just because I think Crawford would probably benefit from trying out his new weight at 147. But it's up to Crawford. And if Crawford wants to go in there and he feels confident he could beat Jeff Horn, then why not just do it right off the bat? Now, one thing that I find interesting, though, is that there's no talks about Manny Pacquiao and Jeff Horn having their rematch. I would imagine that Manny Pacquiao would try to get that rematch, or have a Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao fight. I have a feeling that the storyline is going to end up becoming Crawford fights Horn, and then the winner fights Pacquiao in a big event, which will probably generate a lot more money if it goes down that way. But in the meantime, I know a lot of people are talking about, well, there could be a fight with Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, but I honestly, I don't see that happening right away with having, Al Heyman risk these two fighters up against Terrance Crawford. But I think they'll do it for Jeff Horn. I think they'll do it for Manny Pacquiao. They know Manny Pacquiao's on his way out. They'll do it for those guys, but they're not going to do it for Crawford. Crawford's a dangerous fight. And so there's room for Jose Benavidez to, get in where he fits in, and try to fight, maybe as an in-between, just as a tune-up or stay busy fight. He can get that opportunity. I mean, all he has to do is get himself in the ring with Crawford, and then, after that, everything's in your hands. You can make something happen. But for right now, Benavidez is going to have to understand that he's going to have to do something. And I think he understands this. This is why there's a lot of back and forth, and this is why Benavidez is being vocal about him wanting the Crawford fight. He's going to have to make some noise. He's got to make some noise. A closed mouth does not get fed. And honestly, I know a lot of people are probably, I know this generation of boxing fans, some of you guys get sensitive. You hear that someone calls out your fighter and you take it as an insult. You're a boxing fan, remember that. You should want to see this fight or these fights. And you should want to see these young fighters call out the toughest competition, the toughest competitors out there. And here's one thing, calling out Crawford, that's not something you just expect someone to do. Because Crawford is a fucking dangerous fight. Right? And he's calling out Crawford before Crawford has a title. Crawford doesn't even have a title right now. Yeah, he's undisputed at 140, but this transition between 140 and 147, this is like starting off with the new slate. You're fighting welterweights now. We don't know what could happen. Jeff Horn can go in there, land a big punch, and put Crawford on his back. We don't know. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Would you be interested in seeing this fight if it doesn't get in the way of Crawford's career? Like, let's say it doesn't get in the way of him getting a fight in the future with Thurman, Spence, and it just happens to work as a stay busy fight. But would you guys be interested in seeing Jose Benavidez and Terrance Crawford? I think it's an interesting fight. I think it's a much better fight than Ndongo, to be honest. What the fuck happened to Ndongo? Can someone write in the comment section if you guys been following Ndongo? Does he have a fight coming up? I haven't heard shit from anyone that was saying that was going to be a good fight. I haven't heard shit about them talking about Ndongo. They just fucking forgot about that fool. Which is kind of sad, man. The guy was coming over here and fueled off pride and he wanted to carry his country on his back, man. And he was just put in the ring a little bit too soon, in my opinion, against one of the best fighters in the world today. So, but yeah, I mean, maybe Ndongo versus Benavidez. Ndongo can always move up to 147. He's a big fighter. Maybe he was training himself to make 140. It'd be interesting if he moves up to 147. Maybe he might be able to get some fights in and make some other miracles happen. Maybe take out, a Lucas Matisse or Benavidez. Maybe get a shot at Broner. You never know what could happen nowadays. But what do you guys think? This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and I'm out.